Business news from the Capital Region. This is Washington Business Report with ABC7 national correspondent Rebecca Cooper.
Thanks for joining us for a fresh look at business and finance in the Washington region. Coming up on today's show, staying true to your passion and purpose while still getting picked up by a big customer. Our small business spotlight gives us a taste of success. And in the roundtable, a big buy for a DC company in the media spotlight. Job applicants haggling over salary and turning employees into company advocates. But first, doing business in the district isn't always easy, so it's hard to convince companies to open their doors in DC, a city known for high real estate prices, plenty of taxes, and strong competition from Maryland and Virginia. So when the Chamber of Commerce had to fill the big and fancy shoes of departing CEO Barbara Lang, they turned to a former Navy SEAL, turned lawyer, turned Google executive with some entrepreneurial titles also to his name. Harry Wingo joins us today, President and CEO of the DC Chamber of Commerce, along with Dr. Clayton Lawrence, CEO of LEAP, a medical staffing firm, both here to talk about doing business in the district. Welcome to you both. Harry, we've had you on before, but you were still getting your feet wet, and you've had a year where you have had a lot of success under your belt. We want to talk to you about that. But first, I have to turn to Dr. Lawrence. Kudos. You were selected by the Chamber of the Small Businessman of the Year. Tell us what LEAP does and why you do it here in the district.
Well, thank you, Rebecca. LEAP is a medical staffing firm. We employ doctors and nurses to serve our veterans at military hospitals across the U.S. I left the military in 2005, and I've been fortunate to set up my business here in Washington, D.C. after I served as the flight surgeon at the Pentagon, and after serving across this nation and abroad, I really felt that Washington, D.C. had the best climate for us to set up our business.
So talk to us about the growth. What made you the Small Business of the Year here in the district?
Well, in 2008, we won our first contract at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, and then with great organizations like the DC Chamber of Commerce, and the next few years we were able to expand to Virginia, Maryland, Georgia, Kentucky, to name a few, and as far west as California. And it's been because of the incredible support and collaboration that we found in the Washington region that was made possible.
So Harry, you and I are friends. We're in Leadership Greater Washington together. We could spend an hour talking about all the initiatives you've been pursuing over the past year. We've only got a few short minutes, but one of them has been to focus on keeping good and successful businesses here in DC, and then attracting new ones, including more veteran-owned businesses. But let's start with keeping successful businesses here. What are some of the ways you're trying to do that?
Absolutely. So thank you, Rebecca. And the way that the D.C. Chamber is working on that with Mayor Muriel Bowser and her economic development team is to really identify and channel the voices of all our fantastic members on how do we really remove any red tape?
Harry, you always do this. You spend all your time complimenting everyone, and you never get to the meat of the real problem. I guess this is a Navy SEAL and you not wanting to admit there's a problem. But I'll lay it out there for you because Jack Evans and others say it. You've got high taxes to deal with. You've got, like I said, high real estate prices. You've got your back up against the wall to try and convince these businesses to stay here. So enough with all the compliments. What are the challenges?
So here's a real challenge. You mentioned some. One is making it easier to do business with the government to make sure that we're not putting any roadblocks up. Taxes are one issue. We also have just regulatory issues.
So give this council a grade. Give this mayor and this council a grade. How have they been to work with? Are they the right council to do that job for you?
This council, I'm encouraged because they are listening. One example, Chairman Mendelson put in that we now have economic impact statements, not just fiscal impacts. So that's encouraging. Before legislation goes in place, the DC Council is going to look at the economic impact. The business community is weighing in to say this is what we need to do on that front.
I think that's a huge plus. List some of the other things that you think have been progress.
Some of the others is, again, Brian Kinner, like working with the economic development team with Mayor Bowser, like we are open for business, underscoring that we would like to show Fortune 100 companies included, here's how you can move in, here's how we can counterbalance some of the higher real estate prices that we have. What's good is that we have one of the most educated workforces in the country. We have access to the universities that are here, and then people want to live in Washington, D.C. Millennials are flocking to the city. We're the #1 city for professional women. We have a great veteran workforce, and so people see the attractiveness, but yes, we have to keep any barriers to business down, and we're working on that every day.
Dr. Lawrence, my friend Harry has his tough job on both ends. It's hard to attract some of the top Fortune 100 companies when they've got places like Virginia and Maryland tantalizing them with all kinds of economic incentive packages. But it's also hard to keep small businesses here because of the cost. Before this show started, we were talking, and you said, what's the downside to doing business in the district? So obviously you're, the dream candidate for the Harry Wingo sales pitch. But what is attractive to you about doing business in the district?
I think culturally we have a great climate of spirit of collaboration. The talent of the people that are here, I think, is renowned. I've just been really fortunate by some of the people like Dr. Regina Benjamin, who's President Obama's 18th Surgeon General choice, that have come to be a supporter, a mentor to help our business and foundation get off the ground. And the Honorable Mayor Muriel Bowser has also been a really great advocate.
How would you rate the bureaucracy, though? You're a military guy, you want things to happen, get it done, but you're used to having to deal with rules. Too much bureaucracy, too many rules in the district, or is the porridge just right?
I'm a fighter. It's the determination that gets any business such as ours through. And I think if you've got the strong will and the tenacity, you can succeed here, but it takes work.
Harry, we've only got a minute left, and like I said, we could talk for an hour about things you want to do to draw foreign investment and other things like that more to the district. But you've also been promoting this whole idea of an ecosystem of innovation.
Yes.
Like I said, we've only got about a minute left, but describe to me your concept of the ecosystem of innovation that you're building here in the district.
It's a creative economy that includes things like cybersecurity. We can underscore that. We have great talent, but we were trying to do a shift from just national security type work and realizing that the same talented professionals can move over and providing work and doing things on projects like how do you secure mobile phone payment systems. DC should be leading on that. One of the challenges we have as well is we've got this great city where talent can come in and work on things like cybersecurity, medical technology, health IT, big data. But we also need to make sure our transportation system's working. We have an eye on Metro. Maybe I'll come back and talk about that, but we need everyone to lean in and make sure that we keep the barriers low and the good things about the city on the up.
Wingo the diplomat, because I know what you really want to say is, come on, everybody in the region, we've got to collaborate, we've all got to fund Metro, we've all got to have skin in the game.
We have to do that.
Okay. Dr. Lawrence, congratulations. Harry Wingo, got your work cut out for you, but that's why they picked a Navy SEAL for the job. Congratulations on your success so far. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.